be back with you. You're so dedicated. We've covered warmth. Now, let's dive into strength. A UC Berkeley study shows that feeling powerful allows you to shed the fears and inhibitions that can prevent you from being your fullest, most authentic, enthusiastic self to a high-stakes professional situation. And when you're calm, you're stronger. In HR, there are many problems in critical situations. I dealt with death threats, lawsuits, emergencies, surprise government agency inspections, and all flavors of leadership challenges. My team used to say, "You're so calm. No matter what we bring you, we know you're not going to be flustered." They counted on that. So strength, competence, and credibility come across as power and motivate people to follow us to do what's needed to achieve those big goals together. Strength is also shown in confidence through your posture, your poise, and with very deliberate use of stillness and movement. It shows control. You want to use intentional pauses. Some people are uncomfortable with silence, yet it can be used to help you look strong and enhance your presence. See what I mean? And also the voice, which was mentioned before. A strong and steady tone and even the volume can impact your ability to exude strength and increase your presence and the engagement you get from others. Still with me? Keep going. Building on that, engagement is key for demonstrating strength. We can't be passive as leaders. We've taken on the role and the responsibility, which means we must actively engage with others. We must actively contribute, solve problems, bring ideas to the table, and create and maintain a strong image. And you will need to learn, without bragging, to advertise your value with the intention of letting people know that they're safe following you. You're letting them know that you're going to create positive outcomes and you're not wasting their time and energy. The way that you do that is to show them how you have done it in the past. So whether it's a prestigious school you attended, earning a postgraduate degree, or belonging to a respected organization, having a strong network, use any associations with high credibility that others trust and respect. All of it is going to make people feel safe following you. And I learned that the hard way. As I shared with you earlier, I might not have mentioned that I had to explain to my CEO that I had done a lot. And guess what? The man didn't know any of it. No one did, because I hadn't made sure I publicized all of my accomplishments. He coached me really well. He said, "Alice, you need to be coming to these executive meetings with reports about all the things that you've already done, what you're doing, and the experience you bring to the organization." And I did that and established better rapport with my team, improved my communication. And months later, that team was fully behind me. I'll never forget how it felt leaving that job and all the executives being visibly upset that I was moving. Yes, I was humble, but I also had to show I was competent by talking about my accomplishment. And that is associated with a strong executive presence. Got it? You're brilliant, so let them know it. Let's keep going. There's a psychology between anchoring positive states and the chemicals that get released in your brain that give you confidence. It's basically a trigger response. Amy Cuddy from Harvard did a study on power poses and found they can elicit a positive state and anchor it for you. I do this every time before I get on stage, present, or have a meeting with a CEO, for example. I get into a power pose and I play a specific song that serves as an anchor for strength and power. I even have a scent I smell as a positive anchor. It's an excellent way for you to establish a positive, confident feeling about yourself when facing high-stakes situations where you need to own the room. Use them. Additionally, there are also some gesture families made famous by Virginia Satir, a very successful American author and family therapist. These are archetypal gestures, and they trigger similar reactions worldwide regardless of people's language or culture. Understanding them will help you pick better gestures and eliminate the less effective ones to create a stronger presence. I'll share this mastery secret now. The first one is called the leveler and resembles hands on an ironing board moving sideways. If you were presenting, you could make this gesture to demonstrate authority when making a statement like this. This is absolutely the most robust platform, and I vote for choosing it for our business. It's a very powerful gesture. It can sometimes be overpowering, yet it also gives you a lot of credibility, and your audience will respond positively. Again, a strong gesture you want to use with caution, but at the right time, it gives you power. The computer represents a reasonable and highly logical processor. It's symbolized by leaning back with a hand on the chin or adopting the thinker pose like this. Notice Obama in this pose for his portrait. It establishes authority and says, "I'm reasonable, logical, and sensible. Here are the facts." This is a great one for establishing credibility. The placator, blamer, and distractor are the ones you want to stay away from, especially the placator. It's a semi-begging position, "Oh, please, no, I want to please you, please help me." That's not going to put you in a position of power. So you won't want to use that one in most situations, as with the blamer. The blamer is confrontational, a finger pointing saying, "It's your fault, you're on the line, I'm scolding, I'm holding my power over you." It does not elicit positive feelings. It can even create negative feelings. The only time you want to use it is if you're trying to say something empowering or positive like, "I know you're strong. You can do it. You have a great executive presence." That might be where you could use that. Or pointing more up to emphasize your strength while telling a story. "I'm not a quitter." The distractor is in essence anything asymmetrical with the hands or body. It can go along with varied facial expressions. It's distracting and reduces credibility. You always want to have symmetry. The only time I've used this gesture is when trying to help people relax or avoid coming off as intimidating. You'll want to incorporate humor and adopt an open, asymmetrical body position to help people feel more at ease and less intimidated. This could be at the hips or knees. All right. Now combining warmth and strength. Feeling a sense of personal strength helps us to be more open and less threatened in stressful situations. When you feel confident and calm, you project authenticity and warmth. Purposefully putting yourself into these states creates neurological connections and releases chemicals like oxytocin, even a little dopamine, the reward chemical. These chemicals are linked to human attachment and can help you feel and express warmth and behave altruistically. Additionally, a heightened sense of control, which we might feel when we feel strong, means less cortisol, the stress response chemical. So you have less survival responses, less reactivity to stress, and greater access to cognitive abilities. The more you practice getting into these states, the stronger the neurological connections become, and the more easily you can elicit that state and embody it on a regular basis, which supports that consistent, strong presence you're striving for. Interestingly, research shows that effective leaders have a unique physiological profile that helps them to be strong in crisis. They face troubles without being troubled, meaning their behavior is not relaxed, but they are relaxed emotionally. They can calmly take action in a crisis. They're viewed as happy warriors. The effect of the leader's demeanor on those around them is very compelling because happy warriors reassure people that whatever challenges they may face, things will work out. So naturally, people follow them. It is possible to install and reinforce these powerful states through anchoring, but we don't have time in this video. That's more of a one-on-one process with me, so feel free to reach out. And that is the last piece on demonstrating strength. You did it. Take a break before we close this module with demonstrating value.